Today we're going to learn about how to graph using intercepts. So what are intercepts? Well, you've already learned about the Y-intercept, which we have stated is the point at which the line crosses the y-axis. So if we were to label our axes on this example graph here, we've got the y-axis, which runs up and down, and the x-axis, which runs left and right. So if we were to define the y-intercept on this graph here, we've got the y-axis, and the line, which is defined in purple, crosses it at this point here, which if we were to count the blocks, this is -1, and therefore this is -2. So the line crosses the y-axis at the point of 0, -2. Remembering that the first coordinate is the x value, the second coordinate is the y value. Here x is 0. So if I were to write characteristic points about what the y-axis does, it's a point in which crosses the y, where the line crosses the y-axis, and that point is always when x is equal to 0. So when x is equal to 0, the line crosses the y-axis. Okay? So now when I think about the other intercept that we haven't learned yet, but it's called the X-Intercept. So if you think back to the fact that the Y-intercept is a point at which the line crosses the y-axis, the X-intercept is also a point at which the line crosses the x-axis. Okay? So if I look at my example line, this line crosses the x-axis at this point here. And so I can write the coordinates of this point. It is, say, 1.25, and the y value at that point is 0. So my characteristic of my x-intercept is that it happens when y equals 0. Okay? And so when I ask for the x-intercept, I want you to give me a point which should have some value and the y value of 0. Whereas for the y-intercept, you have to give me 0 for the x and some value for the y. Does that make sense? So using these two, I can graph a line. So I can use the x-intercept and the y-intercept to draw a line. So let's look at an example. Here, I have given the y-intercept equals 3. So I know that along this grid, my y is here, my x is here. So I know that this line crosses the y-axis when y is 3. So 1, 2, 3. So this is the point 0, 3. Then I know that there's an x-intercept, so my line crosses the x-axis when x is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this point here is 5, 0. So my line, therefore, has to cross both points. So I need to draw a line across both points. And therefore, that is my line with the x-intercept at 5 and the y-intercept at 3. And I can come up with this equation by calculating the slope and using the y-intercept in the form of the y equals mx plus b form, or by coming up with the standard form of the equation of the line.